Hi everyone, this is Kelly with Kelly Ann Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in McKinney, Texas, and this is card number 1 for the month of May. This is a 2-for card because when we cut for one, we can actually make 2 cards out of it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be using the Sunrise Sailing suite. This is new, just released on May 6th. In the online exclusives, and the bundle itself comes with the stamp set and a hybrid dies and embossing folder, and we're going to be using all of this today for our cards. This is the cards we're making, and as you can see, it's a 2-for-1. So basically we're going to emboss this, and when we emboss it, we're going to cut out this sailboat, and then we're just going to emboss another one and flip sides. I think it's really a lot of fun. On the inside, we just put some waves in there to bring it together. The outside, and I'm not sure if you can really see this, so I'll try and bring it up close, but I embossed the envelope. So that's what I did to my envelope to make it be cohesive. So let's get started. Let me pull out what you should have for a kit. So you should have 2 envelopes for this kit for card number 1. And I'm just going to set my envelopes off to the side for right now. And you should have one that has a white card base. And in that white card base, the white card base is 8.5 by 5.5. Scored at 4 1/4, and the same will be for the Secret Sea. This is Secret Sea, one of our new colors starting with this annual catalog. It's like a blue-black, but it's really pretty. It's not quite the same as Night of Navy, and it's not a black. So let me show you it with a black. That's a brown. That's the wrong color to grab when I'm looking for black. Let's try for black. I'll put that over there for a second. Here is a black, so you can see that it's not the same. And then let me grab a Night of Navy. I know I have Night of Navy somewhere because I use Night of Navy all over the place. So this is Night of Navy. So you can see the difference. It's a blue-black, but it's a really pretty color, and I really like it. And if you stamp it off in generations, it gets bluer. So it's real pretty, but I wanted you to see the difference between the Night of Navy, black, and the Secret Sea. So I'll set that to the side, and we will get started. Now, I have already embossed and cut the pieces. What I haven't done is the envelope, and I can show you how that is run through our thing. But for the white one, you're going to have a mat and layer for the inside. That is going to be the navy, the Secret Sea, and then our white. And we will stamp this, and then this will get adhered to the front. And then this will get adhered right in here. Now, I use dimensionals on my other one. You don't have to, but I wanted it popped up a little bit more. It's not significant, by the way. You really can hardly tell I popped it up, but it is popped up. You may want to double them if you want them a little higher, but I used the small dimensionals in this. So let's do some stamping first. So I will just pull these aside for a moment, and we will do our stamping. Let me pull this one out here. I'll put this aside. I already have the water. So all we're doing is we're putting this water on the bottom of our inside piece. So we'll use our Secret Sea. And what I'm going to do is I've got a scrap piece of paper here. And I'm going to use my scrap piece to show you the generations. And I'm actually just ripping it off right now so we can see the generations of this. Because I think it would be important before we stamp those for you to see how beautiful this color is. So let me go there. Tap, tap, tap. So this is stamp 1. this is stamp 2, and this is stamp 3. So those are my generations of this. So you can see where the blue comes out a little bit more. Blue-gray is what it is, but it's really a pretty color. I really like it. So hopefully you will too. So let me get this inked up, and we will put this together. I'm going to bring my trashy piece of paper back out here in case I ink off the sides, and I'll just stamp, do that one more time. It's a pretty juicy stamps thing. That wasn't too hard. Just looks like some water. Now, I did not put a sentiment on this, and I did that on purpose because I don't know if you want to use this for a Father's Day card, or maybe you just have somebody who likes to sail. Like I have a sister-in-law who's an avid sailor, so I didn't want to put a sentiment on it, but you could put anything on it. If you're using the stamp set itself, it's got some great things on it. It's got congratulations, you deserve the best, happy retirement, sailing off into the sunset type of thing, best wishes, you're destined for great things, or ahoy, which I think is a great sentiment too. So let's put these on our insides of our card. And I'm just going to use my seal. And we will put these on the inside of each card. And somehow I'm just checking something. We're good, we're good. I'll quit my clicking. Okay, that's just gonna go on the inside like that. And then I'm going to put this on here like this. And put it on the inside. This goes on here. This is the part that's going inside the white. See if I can put it on straight. That seems to be the question today. Can I put it on straight? But if you don't push it down too hard, you can lift it back up. And then just try the best you can. Just get it on there as evenly as you can. There you go. That looks good to me. Let's put this on the inside of the white. Inside of our white. Now this is actually, there is no border on this. This is actually 5.5 by 4.5, 4.25. And I don't know why I'm really having a struggle today with straight. Well, how do you like that? Well, the good news is that you can see that there is, you know, an easy way to do this, and then there is a hard way. I'm going to just enforce this fold line so I can actually see it. Sometimes the white's hardest to see, I think, when I'm trying to put stuff on the inside. So I want to just butt this right up to my inside there. There we go. And then I'm just going to push that down. Okay, we've got it on the inside. It's looking good. Okay, let's do our front. So for our front, for the white, we're going to put down our Secret C. Now, because this has been embossed, we are going to use what I call green glue. It's called the all-purpose multi-purpose glue. And I don't use a tape runner on this, and there's a reason for that. I think sometimes the tape runners will pull up if you've embossed. So that's just me, so that's why I do it the way I do it. Now this, I want to make sure I have a nice little border, and I'm using glue, and the nice thing about glue is if you hold it on the sides, you can kind of straighten it out to where you want it to go. And then you can actually adhere it down. Now we're starting to have a thunderstorm here while I tape. because I have really bad timing on that. I did put a little bit of glue on each of the insides of right here, so I'm just pushing those down so they stay there. And I'm going to grab my dimensionals. Again, I'm using the tiny dimensionals on this. And let me get my take your pick tool, not pick your take tool. And I am going to lift up my sailboat with this. And I'm going to just come right down the middle of this a little bit. I use a lot of dimensionals. I like dimensionals. I think they're fun. I don't think you can ever have too many dimensionals. Well, I suppose you could, but I haven't found a time when I've used too many. But I just like to make sure this is pretty secured and well popped up so you can see the difference. Well, taking 3 at one time is probably not what I really wanted to do. I don't really need one there. Put one there. I'm going to put one off on this side here. Maybe I'll just put this one here anyways. Why not? Okay, so then it's peeling off our little buddies and getting little hexagons on everything. My dogs run around with them on their noses all the time. I have great peers, and sometimes I'm outside with them and I'll look at them and it's like, what is on your face? And they've got right on the tip of their nose one of these little dimensional things. That's the only drawback to dimensionals. The only one I can come up with because I really like using them. So we're just going to put this right over the opening, and it's just elevated a little bit, as you can see. So that's card number 1. Card number 2, basically the same thing. We're just going to go ahead and put glue on here, and be generous with your glue so that you have, it sticks down really well, especially in the crinkly parts. As you can see, I'm just putting just a dab there and a dab here. I just want it to adhere down, and I don't want it to be too sloppy. A little bit more here is fine. Okay, and now I'm going to center this on my Secret Sea. And again, like I said, these cards do not have a sentiment on them. And I did that on purpose so that you have that opportunity to put whatever you want on it. Happy retirement if you have that. I love this stamp set, by the way. I really do. My husband and I both love boats. I think he loves them a little bit more than I do. I mean, he was a sailor. He was a captain, so he really does like his boats. I'm great at being a passenger. He used to joke with me because back in the day when they had Windjammer cruises, you had the choice of being part of the crew or just being, basically being a passenger. And me, I just wanted to sit on the deck, have my my beverages, and soak up the sun. I didn't want to work on it. I just wanted to enjoy the atmosphere of the ocean. I love being on the ocean or in the ocean. So that to me was heaven. My husband's heaven is actually navigating and steering the boat somewhere, which, that's great for him. Somebody has to drive the boat. I just want to sit and be a boat girl. That's it. I just want to be a boat girl. I want to just decorate the front of the boat. That's it. So, I'm going to pop that one right in here. And it kind of gives it kind of a shadow by popping it up like that. So these are the 2 cards. Now, let me show you how I did my envelope. And I'm going to actually bring in my cut emboss. Now, this die here, this is how we cut it out. You put your paper in and you use this die. And you emboss it and cut it at the same time. And this fits on here, and then once you get your paper in there, you run it through and it cuts, and you can see the lines where it's cut. It doesn't hurt the folder at all, and it's really fun. It's like all done in one. But what I want is just this part here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put my envelope right here like this, and I'm going to run this through my cut and emboss. So let me bring it over here so you can see what I'm doing. I have it almost together today. Almost. Not quite, just almost. So this is my cut and emboss, and hopefully you can see it. Let me look in the camera and see what you can see. I think you can see what I'm seeing. Maybe if I go like this, you can see it go through a little bit better. Okay, so when you're doing a 3D embossing folder with a cut and emboss, you put plate number 1. You put your embossing folder in with the hinge side going in this way, okay? And I'm just going to tuck that up there a little bit more. And then you use this plate. It is plate number 4. And then you just run it through. And I'm sorry for the shake, but that's what happens when I do this on the same table that I am filming with, so I apologize. But I wanted you to see what it looked like and how I got it on the envelope for a change, instead of voila, it's just on my envelope. So see, isn't that a cool thing? Now, depending upon how you lay it in, this time I've got the deboss side, but I think it looks just as good as the emboss side. So, you know, you take your pick of what you'd like to put on your envelope. But I think that was a really cool and everything. So those are our cards for today. And I will bring out the ones we just did. I'll put my thing aside. Okay. And this is the envelope. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, a like. Please share if you can with your friends, especially if you have nautical friends. This is like the perfect thing for them. And if you need any of these supplies, it is listed in the description with a link to my online store. Thank you so much for watching today, and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.